Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start this week by doing these 3 months predictions, tarot readings, and I had selected a few of the many recommendations that you sent. And actually I came up with the idea because since the recommendations are are of various groups and artists, I wanted to separate them. And since I was already making my mind about doing a series for girl groups, specifically, I want to concentrate more on the female energy of the K-pop industry. So I wanted to dedicate this week's 3 months predictions to the girl groups. And then the next week I will do the same three months predictions, but for the boy groups that were mentioned or recommended to me in my post. So thank you so much to everyone that took their time to actually leave the recommendation. I truly appreciate that you made the effort, and of course that I will try to make as many as possible. It's just that there are so many recommendations that if I wanted to do boy groups and girl groups in 1 week, I just wouldn't have the time to do them all. So I had to select a few, and so this week is going to be about girl groups. So today I'm going to dedicate this tarot reading for this very new group that had just debuted not so long ago. And I believe that the name of the group is IVE or IVE or IVE. Maybe someone can educate me and help me to learn how to pronounce the name of the group, but it's IB I. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly, guys. It's either IVE or IV, I don't know. But since I had written it down in the description, you know who I'm talking about. So this reading is going to be about them. And so let's start with the reading and see the cards that they got. They start the reading with the cards of the Strength, the Emperor, the Two of Cups in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Swords. And the card from the Oracle of the Energies is the card of Action. So yes, if I have to start by talking a bit about the Oracle card that came out, I think that this group wants to make a very impactful beginning, and they want to show a very passionate and a very straightforward image about the power that they can exude, or probably all the attributes that makes them being new to this industry. I think that also it has to do with this, that when you are giving your first appearances, your first tries, your first performances, everything is new, and everything it feels very passionate, and it feels very like a strong force, like you've been like, okay, I'm here to break the mold. I'm here to show you that I am a good artist, that I deserve to be here. There's a lot of competitiveness. There's also a lot of desire, a lot of desire to be number one, to be recognized. There's a very driven energy. So this is why the card of Action is here. And I feel that if we think about this being a 3 months prediction, the fact that the oracle card is the card of action, is that they will definitely be showing themselves with this, with a lot of a strong presence, a strong charisma, a strong image that it's very solid, that it seems like they know exactly what they want and they will not stop until they get it. So it seems a very passionate beginning for this course. And then if we see it, if we start to dive in a bit in tarot cards, the first card also about talking about the strengths, the card of these strengths, the major arcana of these strengths, starting this reading, and also the emperor. Definitely there's like a lot of willpower here, a lot of like I'm really passionate and I'm really very excited about what I want to achieve, what they want to achieve as a group, as their identity. But at the same time, it seems like even though they are very passionate and they are very intense, their energy is very well contained. Their energy is very well administrated and it's very well managed. It seems like they are waiting for the right moment or the right time to make like even a more impactful experience. They definitely know that they got it. There's something about them. I do not know this group, so maybe if some of you are already like getting to know them, maybe you can tell me a bit about them, but I do not know nothing about them. I didn't even watch their MV. I don't know if they have an MV. I just know they just debuted. But from what I can sense here is that these 3 months are going to be very passionate and are going to be very like they are going to make a very bold statement with their charisma, with everything that it's about them. So probably the concept, there's something about them that is really like different. So I don't know what is it about. But it seems like there's this inner confidence, that they know that they got what it takes to be successful or to be like a magnet to attract a new audience or new potential fans. So I don't know if maybe some of these members are already famous or they are already known in the industry. I don't think so. Because what I can see here is that they all come from the same background in the sense that, and I don't mean it like come from the same background that they experience the same things. No, I mean it from that their start is when the group was made, and somehow their advances and their growth has to do with the growth of the group. So everything that they have available now in themselves, every research, every resource, every talent, every ability, it's something that they had trained together, so it's something that they have a very strong group dynamic. When it comes to performance, when it comes to being in front of the camera, probably they are very confident and they will not have these weird moments of some of them acting like unsure. Probably they will act as if they were more mature than the average rookie, for example, the average rookie group. So there's a bit of pridefulness also as well. But everything is controlled, like it seems like they are very mature as well as individuals. It seems like they know they are powerful. They know that they have everything, but at the same time they are very controlled. They are very like well balanced in their personalities. You know, they do not like to make fools of themselves. You know, they are very natural, but at the same time they are very attractive. I don't know how to say it. I think it's about attractiveness. It's about when you're attractive and you know it's something like this. And they actually are they're feeling attractive about what they have to bring to the audience. You know, so they are feeling like like seducers. You know, like and then in the middle of the reading we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So definitely, from what I can see here, is that even though they are going to start feeling very passionate and they're going to bring everything um, so they can be considered that they are a good competition for the other groups to come. I think that they still need to work on their connection with each other, you know, because I think that they can master a choreography. They can be really good at interviews. You know, their speech, everything about them. It's like I said, it's very well controlled. It's very well balanced. But there's something about their dynamic, or there's something about their bond as individuals that is still very fresh, in the sense that there could be a lot of like disharmony or a lot of like different personalities in the group. So the Two of Cups in reversed here is letting me know that they need to work on their bond, because even though they are all very professional and that they are very confident in their own talents and what they bring to the table and what they bring to the group. I think that they need more human interaction, in the sense that, and I don't think that it's actually about them. I think that it's actually what the audience is wanting. You know, probably the fandom or the potential fans that could be interested in them, or the average K-pop fan, they are very attracted, or they are actually looking forward to see like a sort of sisterhood, you know, like a sort of a very strong bond or friendship, connection, like very sincere connection, you know, like very loving people towards each other, you know, very supportive, you know, playful, but very like sisterhood like. So I think that probably this is why here is showing me that they are still not in that level of like being each other's best friends, you know. And I know that there are a lot of groups that don't get along, that there are a lot of groups that actually they are associated only because they are part of a group and they are like co-workers, and they just fake it on camera. But I think that what is showing me here with these Two of Cups in reverse is that this is something that they need to, that it's very soon yet, you know, but they need to keep like working on this from now on. You know, like if they start as early or as soon as they can start to build this strong relationship with each other, the better. Because I think that the job or the circumstances that they will be facing in the future, they will need to trust each other, you know, and they will need to have this sort of very strong bond. So then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Five of Swords. So there could be potentially in the future a bit of disappointment, you know, when it comes to, probably they will start feeling really strong about their improvements, about how much they're growing. But then probably something can shift or can change, and suddenly their energy is a bit stuck. In the sense that probably I don't know, they can have like different goals to do as a group, probably like presentations or working with certain brands. And I don't know, all of a sudden these deals being a bit like, or being like cancelled at last minute, or being postponed. So they will face a few moments of uncertainty when it comes to luck, when it comes to destiny. And this doesn't have anything to do with their abilities or their talent. It has to do with probably the situation that we are going through at the moment with the pandemic. We know we are all going through the same, but I think that in their case, there's going to be a lot of limitations when it comes to getting some kind of confirmation, And I think that also it has to do also with other groups also coming out, all the other girl groups coming out in the scene. So they will feel pressure to be better than the others. So this also can be pretty stressful. So this is why when we have these two of cups in reversed, this is why it's like telling me that they need to work on their bond, on the communication. They need to work on their dynamic. They need to work, and not the dynamic, because I said that they have a good group dynamic. And when we think about group dynamic, it's about their abilities to combine efforts together and get the job done. So, of course, they can do it because they have been training for a while and they are getting to know each other. They are used to being together, so yes. But for you to have a very emotional, a strong, a stable emotional connection with someone that you work with, it takes a while. And actually, it's not the same state that they could have been going through when they were hoping to be debuting, or now that they're debuting, that they're starting feeling very passionate, and then later on the path that they that they could feel a bit insecure because of competition, or just it's about adaptability. It's not that they are not going to get opportunities, because they will. They are starting off pretty strong, so I have the feeling that they will be really successful, or at least they are successful in this first impression mode. I think that they are going through a moment, and they will be going through this moment, and in the beginning of the year as well, of making a good first impression on the audience, a very strong one. So I don't know what is it about, because I haven't listened to their music. Probably I should, so I can make my own opinion about this. But since I do not know them, like I do not know much. I only guide from my intuition. But I think that it's important that they nurture the relationship with each other, because they will need each other, because at the end of the day they will be working towards the same goal together. So they need to become closer. And I think that the cards are also very wise about this. The cards are always, the tarot always has like a very strange way of letting you know things. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. But I think that also when we see here the card of action, and I think that the card of action, it could also mean about them making the effort to get closer to each other. It's about putting the effort to do not forget to nurture your bond. Do not take your partner for granted. Because, and you know why I think it's this? Because I think that the Two of Cups is showing me here that the key of their success is their connection with each other. Is one of the main traits that can actually make them feel or become more successful, actually, to be able to rely on each other in an emotional and intimate way. Because, for you to connect with someone, you need to make the effort and you need to take action. So I think that the action is also talking about you putting the effort, not only in the technical or aspects of your career, but also when it comes to you, like reaching out to your teammates, and you mean like, okay, I want to get to know you, or if we have a disagreement, I want to talk to you about it. I want to fix this. I want to make this relationship better because we need each other. I think that their strengths as the group, in the group, will be to rely on each other because I think that they could be really successful. They can be, and I think that they will be. But they will also need each other's support in moments of uncertainty. I think that this is a beautiful message as well. So yes, guys, this is all I have for this new girl group. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you know a bit about them, I would love to hear it from you. So thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye.